Well, Shoggy, Newcastle United 5, Aston Villa 1. What a day to kick-start the season, and we're top of the league as well. And what a debut, particularly for Tonali. Barnes scoring the goals as well. Isak unstoppable. What a day it's been.
It was a superb performance. Everyone outstanding. It was a fair result. In the end, it could have been 6 or 7 if we hadn't have, missed the big chances that we had through Isak. And I just thought it was a very good performance. First game of the season. You have those in the background sort of saying, can Newcastle replicate, last season? It's going to be a one-season wonder. Well, stand up and take notice. We're top of the league, and let's hope we can stay there for, the season. I think it was just the lads, showed great spirit, and the crowd, eased us to that win this afternoon. I thought we got off to a really good start. Another good goal for Tonali, and I thought he took it really well. Yeah, we had a bit of a sticky period where we let Villa back into it, and Diaby. I mean, it was a good finish, but nobody was marking him. Someone should have stopped the cross. And fair play to the lads. Like, they didn't drop their heads. At 1-1, they could easily have done that. Villa have spent some money as well, and they've got high expectations themselves. But we carried on where we left off from last season, as I mentioned, full of belief. Went on to get the second goal, to go 2-1 up. Another good finish. And the highlight for me in that first half was Martinez, when he went out his box. And really, for me, that's a stonewall red card.
It could have well been, yeah. I mean, we were crying out for red as well. I mean, yeah, he was kind of lucky, I think. We'll have to see it back up properly. Yeah, but you thought Gordon was probably, I know we were saying when we were chatting, you think Gordon was the best player of the day?
I would have to say so, yes. You're known for, scoring your goals, to having man of the match, but if you just look at his all-round performance today, his determination to, pulling in sort of good challenges and, tracking back and, trying to get forwards, and, he was part of the goal as well today. And he was just fantastic. I think he's improved, from last season. You can tell, when he won the Euros for England at under-21 level. And he was good, throughout pre-season, and he's shown and proven that into this game today against Aston Villa. The lad works hard, and that's why we've paid the money, because we know what he can, do, and we know his potential, and so far he's loving it. And let's hope he continues that. And by playing like that, you're going to stay in the side. We know that Anthony Gordon's had to, bide his time. He's had to wait, to get back, to get into the side. 'Cause it's not easy, because we've got good players, through the park. And yeah, he's took his chance today. And you want to see it in the next game against Manchester City. But I felt today, yes, we know that Callum Wilson scored. We know that, Isak scored a couple as well. But I just felt, that Gordon today was my outstanding player. And yeah, there's going to be votes for who should have got it. But for me, I think Gordon deserves the praise where it's due.
Yeah. We've got to talk about Isak's second goal, the way he robs Conter off the ball, and the way he finished that. It's like he lifted the ball over Martinez, over their defender, and it was just, can Isak beat his goal tally record from last season?
I'd say so. I mean, he got 10 last season. Wilson got 18. He's very capable of matching Wilson for 18 goals. Maybe he's 20 plus. As long as we keep him fit, I felt he had a really good game today. He could have had a hat trick. As you mentioned, for the third goal, he chipped Martinez. Fantastic finish. At one point, I thought it went over the crossbar, but it was really well taken. I said he had a one-on-one, which was a good save by Martinez, but I think he's got to finish it. Aye. But I said that the lads were full of confidence in the second half. I said at 2-1, if you give Villa a chance, it could have been a different game. But we didn't let Villa settle. We got that third goal, and I think that almost killed Villa's confidence. And as I said, we went on to get the fourth in the fifth, and we wrapped it up. And as I said, it could have been 6 or 7. Villa had a poor game, but we were just outstanding, superb, whatever word you want to use. And we've got to use that into the next game against Manchester City on Saturday night, because it's going to be a tough game. What Man City are about. But it's one game, top of the league. We should celebrate. Yep. We've come such a long way in a short space of time. And I just look at where we are now. It's all the hard work of Eddie Howe, his staff, and everyone at the club and the fans. Everyone's come together to be united, and I think there's so much more to come from this squad. It's going to be a long season, but we know this. It's going to be a lot of games, but I think we've got enough, strength and depth to cope, and we just need to keep it going.
That's it. That's the main thing. Who says we can't give City a game? Well then, thank you all.
No problem.
Lawrence, Newcastle United 5, Aston Villa 1. What a great way to kick off the season. Tonali on his debut. Bonds coming off the bench, scoring on his debut. Isak, 2 goals as well. Wilson keeps scoring on the first game of the season. What a day it's been today.
Absolutely. I mean, I was confident we'd win, but I thought it would be a much tighter game than this. But, wow, what a start of the season. And, you know, if we continue this, then who knows what we can achieve.
Well, that's it, isn't it? So, yeah, I mean, it's a good goal header from Tonali. It was a good ball in from Gordon as well. Tonali, right place at the right time as well. Were you disappointed when we gifted them a goal when Diaby scored for them?
Yeah, at that point, yeah, pretty nervous. But we did well to get ourselves back in front. Not too long afterwards, Isak scoring.
Absolutely, yeah. We've got to talk about Isak's second goal he scored, which got us the 3rd goal. I mean, the way he just gets the ball off Konza, or Konza makes a mistake for him, and the way he just lifts that into the net as well was just absolutely fantastic. Can he break his goal tally from last season?
If he stays fit, then no doubt he will, in my opinion. Just hopefully he doesn't get another long-term injury like he did last season. But yes, what a start of the season for this lad.
Certainly has been. Bonds, people were saying, why did we go for him? There's your answer. He comes off the bench and scores. That's what he does. He's a goal-scoring winger, and he'd be delighted to get his first goal today as well.
Yep, you've seen the goals he scored in a Leicester side that went down, and what he did for Leicester during his time at the club. And yeah, selling ASM might not be ideal, but Bonds, I've thought, you know what, he'll produce more for us in terms of goals and assists. Like, he'll be more of a consistent performer.
I mean, would you start next week, or do you think he'll still keep Gordon in?
Hard to tell, really. I think he might just go with the same side against Man City. I think it'll be more around September, October, where we'll see different players start, because, you know, entering the Champions League.
Yeah, which is why we need the squad depth as well. So, yeah, I mean, do you think Martinez should have been sent off?
Yeah, he got very lucky there. I remember a couple of seasons back, Sanchez got sent off against us for bringing down Wilson. That went to be. Also, the referee did give a yellow card on that occasion, but he was told to check VAR and Wilson was off. I just didn't understand. It doesn't really matter now, but I just didn't understand why VAR didn't check that. I mean, Martinez, I rate him, but yeah, he got very lucky there.
I think he very much did as well. So, yeah. Well, Man City, next Saturday. Can we give them a game down at the Etihad?
Absolutely. I think this is the first time in ages I'm looking forward to playing them away.
Same, yeah.
After today. I don't expect us to get anything, but
even if we maybe just got an hour defeat, but still give them a really good game down there.
Yeah.
If we got a draw down there, would be great as well.
Well, yeah, I did say I'd be happy to get this game out the way early doors, but you know what? Bring them on.
That's it, bring them on. We're here to compete in this league now. That's the main thing.
Yeah, absolutely. And Man City, they've had some poor results on early on in the season, a couple against Spurs, even last season when we drew 3-3 with them.
Well, yeah, there you are. Well, there you go. And Mr. John Sinclair, Newcastle United 5, Aston Villa 1. What a day we've had today. Tonali on his debut, Isak scoring 2. Wilson scores again on the first day of the season. Harvey Barnes, you know why we brought him in. What a day we've had today, John.
Oh, man. Well, football's back, baby. Football is back. You know what I mean? Yeah, look, Pete, what a fantastic performance today, man. I mean, look, I think everyone played for a man today, right? And you know what it is, right? I mean, I did not expect this today. I thought it was going to be a lot closer game. I put it to 3-2 today. But Pete, we blew them away today, man. I thought Villa, I wouldn't say they were poor, but they just got cut apart.
I mean, they certainly did. That's what we did. We cut them apart. I mean, we disappointed. We gifted them the goal through Moussa Diaby.
The only blip of the day, Pete, is just that goal. I wanted a clean sheet today if we didn't get it. But at the end of the day, I mean, Diaby, first half, I thought he was excellent. Second half, we found that we sussed him out second half, you know. But Pete, at the end of the day, I mean, I thought disappointed with the goal conceded. Clean sheet's important, but Pete, you know what it is, right? I think we've got the goals, and I cannot be happy at the day. What we've done today is beautiful.
It certainly is, isn't it? Absolutely. Tonali was at the right place at the right time. You've got to say. We've got to talk about Isak. 2 goals today. I mean, do you think he could beat his goals tally from last season? We're going to talk about the second goal as well. I mean, the way he forces Concert with a mistake, and the way he just lifts the ball over Martinez and over their defender, and it was like, what a goal! A crack goal from Isak, our record signing.
Absolutely, that's what 63 million quid gets you every single time. Score goals, that's his job, to score goals, yeah? I mean, the way he brushed Concert aside, that was fantastic. He's persistent, he didn't give up, and the finish is absolutely crisp. The only downside for Alex, he should have got a hat-trick today.
Should have done.
Got a hat-trick today, 1-on-1 in the second half, and he's trying to be clever again. I mean, look, he's trying to do the messy chip. He's got to stop doing these messy chips, yeah? It's not going to work on him. Hit it in the back of the net, just ram it through, man. And I think he's going to get 20 goals this season, no problems at all. I think this guy looks leaner, quicker, and you know what? This guy's going to be destined for the top. He is destined.
Absolutely. Was Martinez lucky to stay on the pitch?
I looked at it again, I thought it was a yellow card. I mean, I think the referee got it out. I'm sorry. Miggy, he went round him. He was never going to score from there. No way he's ever going to score from there. They had a lad on the line as well. You got to look at the whole picture, Pete. You know, look at the whole picture. The letter of the law is, if it was clearly through and he wasn't clean, that's a red. But if it's got an opinion, I looked at that again and I think that's a yellow card. However, they had a man on the line and he was going to score from there.
Oh, well then.
It's hard. What did he think?
It was a hard one. I think he may have been lucky. I'll have to see it again properly. I must admit. So there you are. Wilson again keeps scoring on the first game of the season as well.
I know. I mean, he scored 18 last season. Can he get 20 this season? Can he beat 18? You never know with Callum Wilson. He's 31, and people say it was finished. I thought he did as well. He's proved everyone wrong at Newcastle. I love to prove wrong, Pete, but he looks leaner, quicker. And you know what? He's up for it every single game and he works hard for the team. But yes, I think he'll get another 15 goals for the season at least, I hope. And you know what? If he does get in the first team, he's not going to be throwing out prams at all whatsoever. He's a professional. He'll get games. Eddie knows what he's doing. But for me, he's actually going to be the number 1 striker for me. Callum will have to wait his turn.
Yeah, he will have to. Barnes, people will say, why get rid of ASM? Why bring Barnes in? There's your answer, Barnes. Scores on his debut. You know what he does. He can score goals for a winger.
I'll give you a stat, right? Harvey Barnes scored 13 goals last season, in a season. ASM has scored 11 goals in 4 seasons, 22 assists. Says his own story. Yes, I miss ASM. I do miss him, and I wish the lad well. And he keeps talking about Newcastle United. I love him for that. However, Harvey Barnes is the future now, 25 years old. And I said 32 million, he'll be transfer sure. I take a punt. And this guy, you know, fails to disappoint. This guy, he works hard, loves his pace, great finisher, and I tell you what, he'll probably get at least 10 goals this season. Harvey Barnes, this guy's brilliant.
Absolutely. Man City, can we give them a game down at the Etihad next week?
Pete, I think you'll probably win that game. I watched City last night, I didn't feel that great. I did not feel that great. I mean, look, at the end of the day, right, I mean, that game against Burnley yesterday was a warm-up, yeah? We absolutely pushed into the limit. I'll tell you what, why should we go there and Etihad scared? Give it a go. We've got good players there, yeah? We can defend properly. Tonali, if Tonali plays like he did today, he could do bits, yeah? But I think we get something. Maybe he wins a bit extreme, but I think we get some next week.
Why not? We'll wait and see. Thank you very much.
Thank you.